Action Taimanin is an online game that continuously gets updated. Gameplay mechanics are subject to change. Which starting character should I choose? There are 3 characters you can choose from at the start. The first is Yukikaze, who uses dual guns to blast enemies from medium to long range. The second is Asagi, who is a speedy close-range fighter and has the power to slow down time. The third is Sakura, who is also a close to medium-range fighter who also has more area of effect attacks than Asagi. My personal recommendation for beginners is Asagi because her power to slow down time will give you a huge advantage even when dealing with hard stages and enemies. You will also learn how to dodge with her because that is how you activate her power to slow down time. When the time comes that you want to play with another character, the dodging skills you learned by using Asagi will make it easier for you to control them. Which stats should I upgrade first? As a beginner, you need to prioritize your attack, critical chance, cooldown, and skill damage first. The reason for this is that you will use your time completing easy mode missions building up these stats so that when you have to do normal and hard missions, you will be strong enough to handle them. Attack will increase the damage output of your normal attacks. Critical chance will increase your chances of inflicting critical damage to enemies, which can sometimes deal more than 10 times the power of your normal attack. Cooldown is important because it will allow you to use your special skills faster. Skill damage increases the damage inflicted by your special attacks. While on easy mode, most enemies will die quickly and you won't really have to use your ultimate attack, and this is why you can leave upgrading this for later. You also don't need to worry about your defense and health just yet because the enemies are very slow. Try to get attack, critical chance, cooldown, and skill damage to level 10 as soon as possible. When you finish all the easy mode story missions and you're already doing normal mode, try to increase them to level 20. It is in hard mode where you can start upgrading your ultimate attack, defense, and health as well because the enemies will be a bit faster and more durable. All in all, the maximum level for each stat is level 25. How do I make my character more powerful and stay alive longer? There are a number of ways to make your character more powerful and durable. First is by maximizing all your stats to level 25, which you should be able to do when your character has reached level 75 at least. You can also enchant your weapons and supporters so that you'll hit harder and your supporters will provide more health and defense to you. A huge part of what contributes to your power are the supporter formation and armory. In supporter formation, owning a certain combination of supporters and fully awakening them will provide bonus health and effects. In armory, you can potentially double your damage output by placing a combination of weapon sets in it. How do I level up higher than level 30? Upon reaching level 30, you will need to collect some materials and pay a certain fee before you can advance your character again. You can click on the icon of the material you need and click Get in order to find out where you can get them from. You will do this every 10 levels up to 70. At level 75, 77, and 79, you will have to collect materials again in order to advance. What is Affinity and how do I increase it? Affinity is the level of relationship you have with your characters. You can raise the level of your affinity by giving gifts to them. Gifts come from Doki Doki presents. You can farm materials to craft Doki Doki presents from the daily missions. there are currently 10 affinity levels. Each level provides a reward, including friend emblems, awakening crystals, and gems. When you reach the maximum level of 10, a character bonus will become available, such as plus 20% drop rate bonus, plus 20% XP bonus, or plus 15 extra up bonus. You can activate these bonuses by putting that character in the lobby. You can have up to 3 characters in the lobby. What are awakening skills? Awakening skills are skills that you can upgrade when you reach level 75. You will use awakening points to level them up. You earn awakening points by leveling up from level 75 to level 81, for a total of 12 awakening points each character. When you level up an awakening skill, it will affect every character you own. For example, if you increase your melee critical damage, all of your characters will benefit from extra melee critical damage. Where do I get more friend emblems and crystals? You can get friend emblems from friend boxes by using friend points to purchase them. Whose friend emblem you get from them is random. Another way to get friend emblems and crystals is by raising the affinity level of your characters. You will receive 5 friend emblem kits and 2 crystal kits from each character. You can also get these from the arena tower, but there's a limited amount of them. You'll also need to have a powerful character to finish these arena tower stages. Events give these out from time to time as well, but it's very rare. You can also buy the monthly awakening package from the store, and it will give you 10 friend emblem kits and 5 crystal kits. What is the friend list for? The friend list is used for earning friend points. Friend points are used to buy items like the friend box, which contains very important materials like the friend emblem pack, which is useful for awakening your character at levels 75, 77, and 79. You simply add friends from the friend request tab and wait for people to add you. You can have a maximum of 50 friends. You can also see people on the requests tab who want to add you as a friend. Every 12 hours, you can greet all of your friends, and this is how you make most of your friend points. You will also receive points from people whenever they click their own greet all button. Another use for the friend list is that you can use a correspondent message to temporarily play with your friend's character. This can be useful in very hard stages like the arena tower, where more advanced and well-developed characters are necessary to finish them. What is AP and how do I increase my maximum AP? AP, or action points as it's known in similar online games, are points you use to play stages. Each stage requires a certain amount of AP to play. Your AP automatically replenishes by 1 point every 3 minutes. There are different ways you can increase your maximum AP. First is by increasing your commander rank. Your commander rank's EXP automatically goes up each time you play stages, so it's not really something you have to worry about. The third way to increase your maximum AP is by getting your affinity level to a character that gives plus 15 AP to level 10. How do you use supporter formation and armory? In supporter formation, a supporter needs to be fully leveled up to 60 and her intimacy level at level 5 before you can put her there. You can raise a supporter's intimacy level simply by just equipping her and using her in missions. Any fully leveled up supporter will increase the health bonus provided to you by the supporter formation. Another benefit of supporter formation is that certain combinations of supporters can provide special effects such as adding plus 10 skill damage and other things. In Armory, it follows the same idea as supporter formation. You can place up to 9 weapons in the Armory. The higher the grade of the weapon, the more extra damage you get. You need to fully upgrade your weapons to bring out the maximum extra damage you can receive. The more weapons you have from the same set, the more extra damage you can get. For example, if you have 3 Butterfly weapons, 3 Ultimate weapons, and 3 Rebellion weapons, you can have up to 84% extra damage. Which facilities should I get first and how useful are they? As a beginner, the two most useful facilities to you are the skill training and EXP training facilities because they will help you gain extra skill points and EXP even while you're not playing the game. It takes a few hours for them to finish before you can get the points. Later on, when you're strong enough to not worry about levels and skill points, the crafting facility becomes the most important one. The reason for this is that you'll be crafting all sorts of things here, like materials that you will use to enchant your supporters and weapons. You will also be using this to create the Doki Doki presents, which you will be using a lot in order to raise the affinity of your characters. You will most likely never use the weapon facility because when you become strong enough, you'll be getting weapon upgrade materials from daily missions from hard mode easily, and you'll just use those to upgrade your weapons. The weapon facility really is useless at that point. The exchange facility allows you to put 3 or 4 same grade supporters or weapons in it, and there's a very small chance that you'll receive a higher rank item from it. Most of the time, you don't, so it's just a waste of items. The dispatch mission shows you a random item as a reward, but you'll have to assign a bunch of supporters to that mission, which runs for a few hours to almost an entire day. You will not be able to equip the assigned supporters to your characters while they are in the dispatch mission. Usually, the rewards are pointless, just simple items that you can get from daily missions. On rare occasions, you might be able to get gems from it. The mission briefing room is useful. You can choose from 3 rewards. Operational plans, which allow you to automatically finish stages without playing them, which is very useful. AP supply, which replenishes your AP by 25 for each use. And finally the BP supply, which gives you back 1 BP for each use. You can safely assign any character to them, and you can still play with them while they're working in the briefing room. Which items are good for farming materials and gold? In order to maximize your farming results, you will need supporters and bonuses that increase the drop rate. The first supporter you can get who provides a drop rate bonus is Mercy. You can buy her for 3,000 mileage points from the mileage shop. Another supporter that provides extra EXP and gold is Watarasit Samuhi. You might have noticed her being promoted as a 99-cent item whenever you leveled up or ranked up. She's actually worth getting. Another one who increases your gold rewards is the supporter Isinodoka, but she's an event supporter, so you'll have to wait until she becomes available again via event. You can also try your luck and get her from the exchange facility, although your chances will be extremely low. Finally, you need to activate affinity bonuses from characters that give plus 20% drop rate bonus. So far, these characters are Astaroth, Yuki Kazif, Felicia, So, Kurane, Kirahara, and Sora. What are Magatamas and where do I get them? Magatamas are accessories that you equip on your weapon that provides extra stats. The more you forge your weapon, the more Magatamas slots are unlocked. The Magatamas can be attack red, critical yellow, life green, or defense blue. Aside from those, you can polish Magatamas and they'll provide extra effects. For example, the critical yellow Magatama, you can get effects such as increased critical damage by a certain percentage. If you're unhappy with the result or percentage you get, you can reset each effect on a Magatama and try polishing it again to get a better effect. The best Magatamas so far is a grade, and you can get these from Time Attack's hard mode. Where do I get more enchanting materials for weapons and supporters? The materials for upgrading weapons and supporters can easily be obtained from hard mode daily missions. The enchanting materials come from the secret daily missions. This means you'll have to finish all difficulties of the daily missions first in order to unlock the secret daily missions. It is highly recommended that before attempting the secret daily missions, you've already fully awakened your character to her maximum skills and levels, and that you have at least a plus 10 UA weapon and at least plus 5 UA supporters. Secret daily missions can sometimes feel extremely challenging because there are conditions where if you get hit, you can be slowed down so much that you won't be able to run away or dodge properly. You can also bleed, and sometimes if you get hit, you will lose your particles, so you won't be able to use your ultimate attack. This is why you need some decently enchanted UA weapons and supporters first. A character can only complete a secret daily mission once per day. so the more characters you have, the better. How do I upgrade my weapons and supporters? Weapons and supporters can be upgraded in the inventory or on your character's weapon or supporter screen. The materials you need come from hard mode daily missions. After you have upgraded them, weapons will be asked to be forged while supporters will have to be awakened. It's just the same thing, you just need to get materials and do it. After doing so, you can upgrade your weapons and supporters again. The maximum level for both weapons and supporters is level 60. Supporters have an intimacy level. You can raise this to level 5 simply by equipping the supporter and finishing stages with them. For each intimacy level, you get a certain amount of gems when you check the supporter in the collections section. You can also improve the skill of your weapons and supporters. You do this by having another copy of the same weapon or supporter, and clicking the Improve button. Finally, you can enchant your weapons and supporters. When you enchant a weapon, its attack and critical stats increase. When you enchant a supporter, their health and defense increase. You can get the materials for enchanting in secret daily missions, where you can dismantle grade R, and your weapons and supporters to get it from them. You can craft the lower grade materials all the way up to your grade. What do the colors of the supporters mean? The colors indicate what type of supporter they are. Red is for suppress, green is for assist, and blue is for protect. Red supporters are technically more attack-oriented and they usually increase the damage output of your skills or normal attacks in various ways. Green supporters usually increase your critical rate, critical damage, and make you more effective against certain enemy types. Blue supporters usually provide health regeneration, defense against certain enemy types, and sometimes they can also increase critical rate and damage. In your character's skill list, you'll see that they usually have supporter requirements to activate skill effects that make them better. For example, if you equip 3 red supporters to Asagi, her Satsujinka attack will activate plus 10% speed for her. It will also add a third Asagi clone to launch into enemies, and it will also increase her critical rate by 50%. Is it better to follow a specific color build or a combined supporter passive effects better? Due to the nature of the game's randomness when it comes to giving you weapons and supporters, this is a case-by-case basis. Let's take Asagi for example. As previously mentioned, 3 red supporters will make Asagi's Satsujinka more effective. But what if you have a green Tekkin Kaworu supporter who provides up to plus 48% critical damage? A red Lady Barata that provides up to plus 20% damage to all enemies and up to plus 30% critical damage to all of your attacks. And finally a green Rura Lefreya that can provide up to plus 30% extra critical rate to human characters like Asagi. With this setup, Asagi becomes such a destructive monster who can obliterate anything in her path in almost less than a minute. In this case, the combined passive effects from the supporters outweigh the value provided by 3 red supporters. In short, you always need to consider the passive effects of the supporter no matter what color they are. Always try out different supporter and skill builds for your character and see which ones actually benefit you the most. What are the best weapons and supporters? Different gameplay styles, different builds, mean different weapon preferences. The idea is to always read the stats and passive effects of weapons and supporters and decide from there if it will improve your chosen gameplay style for your character. For example, if you are using a speedy character like Asagi, you may want to get a hold of the Yua Butterfly sword called Kaharaku for her because it will increase her speed up to 20% and it can increase her critical damage by 2% for every hit, up to 50 times. Meanwhile, there are weapons that seem detrimental to a character. Take for example weapons that drain your particle charge when you use them. Particle charge is important for you because this allows you to use your ultimate attack, but a weapon that drains your particle charge in exchange for powering up one of your special skills slightly isn't really that useful at all. This is why you need to always consider your gameplay style and character's strengths before deciding on which weapon you should invest a lot of gold and material upgrading. How do sub-weapons and sub-supporters affect my character? When you equip a sub-weapon or a sub-supporter, a percentage of their overall stats gets added to yours. You can gain up to 15% of their stats if you level them up to 60 and improve their skill to 5. What are desire points? Whenever you draw a gacha, you earn a desire point. You can use desire points to buy things from the Shop of Desires, such as limited UR supporters, UR vouchers, and UR tickets. Currently, there is a maximum limit of 300 desire points. Be sure to buy something before you reach 300 desire points so as to not waste them. Do not buy the UR tickets. They're a waste of desire points because more likely than not, you're not going to get UR items from them. What's a gacha streak? Every time you draw a gacha, your gacha streak goes up by 1. If you reach 100 draws, you are guaranteed to receive the featured item of that gacha. If it's offering multiple items, then you'll have to pick only one from them. Once you have chosen your reward, it will be sent to your mailbox. What are mileage points? You earn 10 mileage points for each gacha draw using gems. You can use mileage points to buy items from the mileage shop. The most notable items from that shop are supporters called Mercy, who provides bonus drop rate, and Shisui, who can restore 25% of your health when it reaches 0, and she can also make you invulnerable for a few seconds. What's the gacha coin and rotation gacha coin? Gacha coins and rotation coins are used to draw gacha instead of gems. You can usually get these from events. You can only use the gacha coin on specific promotions like the pickup gacha and the promam gacha. The rotation coin can only be used on the rotation gacha. You don't get mileage points from them. The rotation gacha rewards you with different sets of weapons and supporters each day. How do I get more gems? You can get gems by completing all the requirements of the story mode's easy, normal, and hard difficulty settings. You also sometimes receive gems when your commander rank goes up. You can also get even more gems by completing achievement milestones. During events, you can also get gems as rewards. The mini-games also give 3 gems per completion and you can play them every few hours. The weekly PvP rewards also include some gems. If you make it to top rank class, you'll receive 75 gems from it each week. When it comes to actually buying gems, the best value comes from the level achievement packages. Starting from level 30, a character will be offered to buy a level achievement package that includes a variety of useful items as well as gems. When you compare what you get from a level achievement package to what you get by directly buying gems from the store, you'll notice that you are getting more than half off the price of gems also. Not only that, but along with gems, you'll also receive awakening materials from the level achievement packages on level 75, 77, and 79. The final good source for gems is the Happy Shika Helping Hands package that you can buy from the store. For $29.99, it will give you a certain amount of gems every day, totaling to 2,200 gems per month. This also temporarily unlocks a 4th skill slot, provides a temporary plus 20 max AP, and also gives a guaranteed temporary plus 1 bonus item. The gems that you can buy directly from the store are not worth it. For example, you need to spend $79.99 for 1450 gems. Remember that the bonus gems only applies on your first purchase and they're still more expensive than if you bought the level achievement packages or Happy Shika Helping Hands package. How do I play PvP? To play PvP, first you must finish easy mode of the prologue stage in the arena. After that, you can enter the battle arena. PvP is actually automatic. You don't directly control the characters. You don't even fight real people, you just fight copies of people's roster. In the battle arena, you can view other people's rank, the reward list, and the arena store. Your goal as a beginner is to reach top class rank, which requires you to earn a score of 6,000. The reason why you need to reach top class rank is because this will be an easy way for you to earn an extra 75 gems and a few other goodies each week. Once you reach top rank, you're already guaranteed 75 gems a week even if you don't play PvP that often. Your supporter formation and armory can also help you win here, so don't forget to activate those if you have any. For PvP, you can buy an extra accessory called a crest from the arena store. Just like Magatamas, there are different types of crests that specialize in health, defense, attack, and even specific effects like earning you more arena points or coins. You can also use this crest for the arena tower. The battle arena resets every Sunday, 8 AM PST, and that's the time you'll receive your reward for the week. It usually takes around 4 weeks before you can reach top rank class, or maybe earlier if you really play PvP a lot. Arena tower is too hard. What should I do? Arena tower is meant to be the endgame of action Taimanin, and currently, it has 75 floors. Even floor 1 is going to be challenging for people who just turned level 81. In Arena tower, you can form a team of up to 3 characters, but you can play solo if you want as long as you put your character on the 3rd slot. You can get a lot of great rewards from the arena tower, such as gems, friend emblem kits, and crystal kits. The key to defeating arena tower floors is by having characters with at least +10 newer weapons and +10 newer supporters. You also need to upgrade your awakening skills, the ones which you gain access to at level 75. Each character you awaken will have a total of 12 awakening points at level 81. Try to upgrade the 3 awakening skills that increase damage to demons, machines, and humans to level 5. If you have spare points, put them in melee or ranged critical damage. If you are able to raise more characters to level 81, then try to upgrade the skills that increase your defense against demons, machines, and humans to level 5. Which second character should I choose with the free welcome character voucher? After completing the welcome event, you will be rewarded with a voucher that lets you select a new character. Before you decide, you should know how much gems they normally cost at the store. You'll see that their prices range from 800, 1000 to 1200 gems. This means you might as well get a character from the most expensive group. The characters who are worth 1200 gems are Emily, Courtney, and Obero. Emily is a ranged fighter who is very slow and weak at the beginning, but she becomes quite good once you have fully awakened her to level 81 and equipped enchanted items on her. She has the zero system, which allows her to automatically attack enemies, but it can only target one enemy at a time, which makes other enemies free to attack her from all directions. Fortunately, she has the special skill called Healing Field, which will create a temporary healing zone for her as she fights. She is definitely not a character for beginners. Courtney is a powerful fighter with 2 swords. She is fast and she even has the ability to heal herself with a skill called Gale Slash. She also has ranged attacks in the form of a tornado. She is definitely a very good choice for beginners. Obero is a close-range fighter who is fast, but her attacks mostly focus on one target at a time, which can be problematic when she has to deal with huge crowds of enemies. She has one ranged attack called Vicious Slasher, which can hit multiple enemies. Her most useful skill is Hypnosis Seal, which paralyzes enemies around her. Not recommended for beginners. Congratulations, you have reached the end of the video. Hopefully you have learned enough to start playing action Taimanin. Have fun.